everyone, Daisy here with my first layout on the SHIMMERZ design team. I'm super excited to be here, and I'm quickly going through and showing you all of the paints that I later realized you couldn't actually see because of the glare from my lights. So I did put a detailed list with the links to each of the colors that I'm using in the blog post on the SHIMMERZ blog, and I will have a link for that down below so that you can go and just click on the colors that you like and it'll bring you directly to the shop. I'm going to try to tell you what colors I'm using and what type of paint it is, and hopefully I get them all right. So I'm starting this out here by I had this idea for a layout and I'm going to start with it, and then I changed my mind. So basically I wanted to do a leaf wreath, and so I measured out, I wanted like an inch border around each side, and then I'm just hand drawing out some leaves here, different types, different styles. And then what I'm going to do is use a piece of fun foam and this embossing stylus. This is something I got a long time ago, but you can get them, I think Walmart even has them, but Hobby Lobby for sure has them, Michael's has them. I would imagine Joann Fabrics does too, or Amazon. But basically it's just kind of a, it creates a raised edge on the opposite side. So I'm just going around my drawn leaves here and creating a raised edge on the other side. Now the fun foam part of this is very important because you got to give your paper somewhere to go so that you don't just rip through it. So that's why I use fun foam underneath it. So the great thing about this kind of technique is it kind of creates lines for you to paint within, and in this case, you know, I didn't want my paint to mix together. I wanted it to stay kind of put. I wanted to control where it was, and so I thought that this was a great way of doing that by creating kind of a little well to hold my paint in. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice for some reason. So I started out with a creamies that is in, the color is called Refreshment, and it's that really light green. I really love it. And the creamies are one of the paints that you have to activate with a little bit of water first. It is a not a shimmery color. It is just the it's a pigmented color. So I'm adding the shimmer because I definitely want these to be shiny. So I'm adding the shimmer by adding additional paint to it. So on that first leaf I added, I believe it's Penny for Your Thoughts, which is a coppery color. I think that's what pretty sure. It could have been Tarnished Treasure. There's two of them that are similar, and I can't remember off the top of my head which one I used. So and then on that second leaf I used the original SHIMMERZ color Till the End of Time, and that adds, it's very pigmented, very like the perfect combination to complement that green color, and then add some shimmer and shine to it. So now I'm going to be adding, what color is this? Well, that's a good question. I didn't have a lot of autumn colors, like the typical, you know, oranges and everything. So I am kind of using different things to create the fall colors. So on top of this pink color, which I cannot remember which color it is, I am adding, this one is Tarnished Treasure, and it's kind of a metallic, like almost a silver, but it's also brown at the same time. And so I added that on top of that pink to kind of create some depth in my leaf. And then I'm using this other purple color. Here, let me find out what colors they are. Okay, so I think that the first kind of purple color that I used is called Plum Crazy, and it is an original SHIMMERZ. It is a beautiful color purple. I am a huge fan of purple, and it's kind of like, it's not like a true purple. It's more of a, I guess, plum, as the name would imply. And I just really love it. And then the other one I was using is called, it's a Blings, and it's called Golden Roses, and it is a, it's almost a rose gold color. It has kind of the gold shimmer in it, and it's a, you know, pink color, and so it makes a very lovely kind of rose gold effect. I'm also using a brown color. It's original SHIMMERZ called Coffee. That one I have had for quite some time, so I did add water to it to kind of bring it back to life. I found that, you know, sometimes they dry up after a little bit of time, and then if you just add some water to it, they work just fine. So I'm just going in, I'm adding some like shadowing and some shading, and just adding some different colors to really try to add some depth to my leaves, and I love the effect. They're so shimmery and shiny at the end, like it's just perfect. I love it. So like I said, I was going down this plan here, and then I'm gonna go off screen to let it dry, and I decide, no, not working for me. I'm not feeling it. I didn't like the background color, actually. I wanted to change it to a craft cardstock. So here you see my craft cardstock. So I have the two photos of my youngest daughter and a friend in a pile of leaves outside in, you know, our front yard, and they're just having a good old time. So they're perfect fall photos. Trying to get into the fall frame of mind. It's starting to get colder here, and I'm not ready for it, but definitely wanted to start scrapping some fall layouts. So I'm going to start on my background, and I'm going to be using the Gold and Roses Blings, sorry, and just sprinkling that around. And I'm also using this spray, which is Pink Moscato, and that is a Vibes, and it is a beautiful like wine color, and it's got some gold shimmer in it, and it's just gorgeous. So I'm just using a small paintbrush here, sprinkling it around, and then adding little beads of the paint where I wanted like bigger splatters. I didn't want giant ones, I just wanted them to be a little bit heftier in a couple of spots. And then this is the Golden Roses. Is it? Doesn't look right, but I'm pretty sure it is. It just looks darker than I was thinking. Maybe, oh no, I bet you that's Penny for Your Thoughts. So it's the copper color. I thought it would be a perfect addition. For some reason I've really been into copper lately, and so yeah. And for fall, it's perfect. And then I also like to add a few sprinkles on my photos. They take a little bit of time to dry, but I feel like it's totally worth it to make it seem like you're not just sticking your photo down onto a layout, make it feel like part of the layout. So yeah, I thought that that would be fun. So then I'm just showing you here, August has been kind of a goal for me to use larger like 4x6 size photos and use multiple of them. So I'm using 2 of them on this layout, and then also to use up my scraps. So I picked some that I could cut apart, and so I cut out a few of these butterflies, and now I'm just kind of zhuzhing them up, adding the foils in Mother of Pearl. The foils is a new product, and if you haven't checked it out, there is Mother of Pearl, which is just pearlescent. It doesn't have any color to it. It kind of goes on a little bit a little bit white, but it really does dry clear, just shimmery. So I'm adding it to a few places on the butterflies, but there's also a gold and a silver color, which I'm sorry, I can't remember what they're called off the top of my head. Oh, I actually have the silver color right in front of me. The silver is called Silver Dollar, and then there's also a gold. And they are just a great way, again, to add a little bit of, you know, something extra. They are like a paste. It's a paste. So in order to paint it on the butterflies, I did water it down just a little bit. But it just adds something to, you know, pattern paper can be a little flat and a little dull, and it added just the nice amount of sparkle to those butterflies. So just playing around kind of with the layout here. And I'm so happy with that. Look at how shiny those are. Like, they're just so pretty. You can already tell in the light. I did, after, you know, off camera when I cut out the leaves, I did paint a couple of extra ones because I knew I was going to need a couple more. And then I also used my sewing machine and stitched down the center of each leaf with some gold thread to kind of make, you know, the vein of the leaf. I also stitched on each one of my photos. I used like a zigzag stitch and went around the corners and kind of created little photo corners with that. Just another way to really, you know, incorporate those photos into your layout. And then it's just all about embellishing. So I'm trying to use up a couple of things that I found. I had these thickers. Sorry, I couldn't think of what they were called. They had these little leaf bits, and so I decided to use them on this layout. I cut out that Always Laughing. I think that's for sure a Paige Evans paper. I can't remember which collection it's from. I'm thinking maybe Whimsical, but I'm not 100% sure. The butterflies are from a We Are Memory Keepers paper from the, I think, Wildflower collection is what it was called. And then I'm stealing letters, so that those phrase thickers are great and I love them, but you know, sometimes I want to use them differently, so I will kind of Frankenstein some words together, and so that is what I did here to create the word fall. So my title is going to be Hello Fall. And I just can't get over how shiny those leaves are. They're really, really just so beautiful. So I have to pop this one up because of that thicker that I put underneath it, and then also because it's overlaying the photo a little bit, and then just sticking the rest of them down. And I'm trying to keep the sprinkles that I did kind of beforehand so that you're able to see them. Try not to cover the whole thing up. I do cover a lot of it up, but that's okay. Enough of it peeks out that I think you get the effect at the end. So just messing around with my title because it wasn't exactly how I wanted it to be, and just need to move it a little bit. I'm so happy that I changed to this craft cardstock. I feel like, I don't know, for me, craft really like makes me feel like fall. So I tend to use it quite often in my backgrounds in the fall time. And the Pink Moscato and the Penny for Your Thoughts, they just really look great on that background. So again, just playing around, adding more embellishments. I added a little card. It was a journaling card up at the top, and it just says like memo or something on it, but I don't end up actually using it for anything. I was going to stamp my date up there. I haven't done that yet. I have the layout in front of me just in case I need to look at it. I think I'm just adding some little bits of gold thread, and this is like the metallic thread, so it doesn't ever do whatever you want it to do, so you have to really play with it to get it to stay the way you want it. So I'm just sticking it in a couple places behind the butterflies. And I'm using my favorite, well, so one of my favorite. I really like this Amy Tangerine sticker book, and I kind of have been hoarding it a little bit. I don't necessarily like clear stickers, but this sticker book was pretty impressive, and so it has a lot of gold, like, I don't know, the like asterisk kind of star shape, and then also some leaves and flowers and things that went really well with this layout. Um, and so I'm just sticking those around. Like I said, I love that sticker book, but I just struggle sometimes with clear stickers. So it worked perfectly on this background. And they don't stand out too much or take away from anything. They're just like the perfect addition to it. And then I pulled out this Maggie Holmes sticker sheet, or is it Maggie Holmes? It might just be crepe paper. It's the Magical Forest. Sometimes I struggle to tell the difference, but yes. And I pulled a couple of pieces off there. There's a scallop like border piece, and then a truck, a bunch of the copper color stars, and then I'm gonna put a squirrel on here because my girls were squirreling around, so why not, right? I think I add a label too behind the squirrel. And then I'm going to go back to that Amy Tangerine sticker book. Was that from the Shine Bright? Maybe that was the name of that collection. And I'm going to pull out some gold star or hearts, not stars, some gold hearts. And then I'm going to dig back into my stash one more time and come up with some gold phrase stickers and add them in 3 different places around the layout. And then that's pretty much going to be it. So I want to thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, I'm so excited to be on this team. It's just amazing, and I can't wait to come up with new projects to show you in different ways that I use mixed media, so that's exciting. If the next order that you place in the SHIMMERZ shop, if you put my name in the comments, you will be eligible for a mini freebie. So it's, you know, just some free paint. Why not? And again, just put my name, Daisy, down in the comments for that. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. There's going to be a lot of close-ups here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next time. Bye!